All right, welcome everyone. For anybody who is knows someone that listens generally on Kol HaLashon, the global Kol HaLashon system is down, which is a really serious issue. At any given time, a lot of people use Kol HaLashon. There are still people that will refuse to use anything that has anything to do with a computer, and Kol HaLashon is really, it has a tremendous following. So Kol HaLashon system is down. It is available to listen to any time, also on the phone, and I will be uploading the Mishnah Yomis of today and the Daf and the Chumash Shir to Kol HaLashon, so that when the system goes back up, it will be on the system. But the system is now down. The Shir, as we learned this challenging Masechta of Shavuos, is dedicated by A.B. Spry, the Refuah Shalema for Toba Rosa Bas Hinda, and for Zivig Hagim for their daughter and grandchildren. The Shir is sponsored by Shelley Zeitlin for my Refuah, my Shemaya Ben Esther Fradel, and for his wonderful children, Eli, Orit, and Ora. And yes, I did, as I told you, I did get an anonymous donor, a virtual donor, and he asked that I mention for the spiritual, emotional, and physical protection for Yeshua Menachem Mendel, Ben Bela Shendel Rivka. We are holding on Davav Amud Aleph, and we're holding 6 lines from the top, a little bit ahead. 6 lines from the top. Remember, tonight, after the Daf, we will have Be'ezus Hashem a Chumash Shir. So if you remember, we said that Rabbi Akiva, different than the Chachamim, that simply say Baheres and it's Tolda, and Se'es and it's Tolda. Baheres is snow, and it's white like snow, and its Tolda is white like lime. Se'es is white like wool, and its Tolda is white like the white of an egg. Rabbi Akiva does in order of brightness, and his order is snow, wool, lime, and the white of an egg. So the Gemara says, where do we see that that's Rabbi Akiva's position, that we make this ladder going from white like snow to white like wool to white like lime and white like an egg, and each one is mitzaref with the one next to it, combines to give you the minimum amount of a split bean, a gris. So where do we know that this is the opinion of Rabbi Akiva? We learn it from a Braisa. Rabbi Yaisi Shal Yeshua ben Oishel, Rabbi Akiva. Yeshua, the son of Rabbi Akiva, asked Rabbi Akiva, why does it say the appearances of leprosy are 2, which are 4? So he said to him, what should it say? Let it say, from the white of an egg and above is tamei. So he says, but a kohen that cannot recognize the names of the different tzaras is disqualified from dealing with it. First he said, that they combine one with another. So here Yeshua persists. So to tell you that it combines with one another, right, from the weakest white color of the white of an egg and upward, meaning white of egg, lime, wool, and snow, mitzdarfim zeh mzeh. So Rabbi Kiva said to him, Amalai, he said to him, Loi malach, it's to teach you that kol koyin she'ein a baki behen b'shmai seyen, any koyin that it's not expert with identifying them and their names, it's not enough for him to say that's a tzaras. He has to know that that's the whiteness of baheres, and that's the whiteness of se'es. If he can't do that, ein a rayas and a golem. He shouldn't view leprosy. Now, he didn't break it into two categories. That from the white of egg and above, and from the white of lime and above. V'ilu misid heichel ulamala, the white of the lime of the temple and above, like Ka'amar. That means he didn't make two classifications. The Rabbanan make classifications that the white of lime, which is a tolda of baheres, that combines with snow. The white of an egg, which is a tolda of se'es, wool, combines with wool. From the fact that Rabbi Yeshua didn't say, why doesn't it say from the white of egg and above and the white of lime and above? It shows that he held, Rabbi Kiva holds, everything combines with seis. Remember, seis is wool, white like wool. Now, he said that everything that's next to it combines with it. So it goes snow, wool, lime, and the white of egg. That means that everything combines with wool. Seis is white like wool, because snow is next to it, right next to it, above, and lime is next to it below, and the white of an egg is its tolda, because it says seis v'sapachas. So that means that kula l'bahadei seis mitzdarf. Says the Gemara, well, no, maybe when Yoshua said from the white of an egg and above, he meant from the white of an egg and above and the white of lime and above. V'dilma seis v'toldasa, baheres v'toldasa. It's not mukhrach that it's just a one ladder. What's mukhrach, what's conclusive, is mid Rabbi Chanina. The Amar Rabbi Chanina, Mashal the Rabbi Yaakov, Rabbi Akiva, Lamad Avadaima. What is Rabbi Akiva similar to? La'arba koises shel chalav, to 4 cups of milk. Echad naflu l'saycha shtei tipin shel dam. 1 cup of milk, 2 drops of blood fell into it. Ve'echad naflu l'saycha arba tipin shel dam. And 1 cup of milk fell in 4 drops of blood. Ve'echad naflu l'saycha shmeina, 8 drops of blood. Ve'echad naflu l'saycha shteim esrei, 12, and some say 16. V'imr la sheish esrei tipin. Shekulan marais loibenheim, they all have an appearance of white. El shezel l'malam hazeh v'zel l'malam hazeh. That the first one that had only 2 drops of blood is whitest. The second one that had 4 drops of blood is the next one. The one with 8 is the next one, and the one with 12 or 16 is the lowest one. So you see that he holds that it's 4 levels, one above the other, not 2 different groups. So the Gemara says, yeah, but maybe over there it's talking about a different type of Tzaras. The Torah also mentions Nega Lovan Adamdam. Nega Lovan Adamdam is a leprosy whitish red. So maybe the whitish red is where it goes in an order like a ladder, a 4. And that's what the Gemara says. Aim the Shamat Lei the Rabbi Kiva, but Pasach. Pasach is the reddish white. Becholak Mishamas, but clear white. Who says he holds that there's 4 madregas, one on top of another? Just like he knows it by the reddish white. So also we assume it's the same thing with white, that it goes in the order. Snow, wool, lime, and the white of an egg. How does he know it by the nega of Lavan Adamdam, by the pasuk, by the reddish white? Says the Gemara. Let's get the correct gears over here. But Tanya, we learned by the reddish white, where it seems to be the Rabbi Kiva doesn't hold, that it's a ladder. But Tanya, Rabbi Kiva Omer Adamdam Shebezeh v'Shebezeh, the red of each type, Yayin Hamozik b'Mayim, it's like wine which is blended with water. Elisha Baheres Oza Keshelik, Baheres is strong like white, like snow. V'Shel Sid Deya Bena, and the line is weaker. But if we hold that he goes in an order of whiteness, even where it's tinged by red, it should say the snow is strongest, and the next one is wool. If it goes in order of brightness, it should have said Baheres is Ozak Geshelik, is strong like snow, and Sheltzemer Deya Heiman Mabayle. And the wool is the next one. Says, well, you're right. You're right. Imre Eino Kanami. That is what Rabbi Akiva holds. What Tanya Reb Nasan Aimer Loisha Amar Rabbi Akiva shall sid Hemena, that the lime is weaker, Ella shall tzemer Deya Hemena, because it goes in order of snow, wool, lime, and the white of an egg. Says the Gemara, how do we know that the Baheres is the strongest white? Snow is the strongest white, but how do we know that the Baheres is the strongest white? And we know on the Baheres Ozahi. How do we know that Baheres is the strongest white? Now, there is a little indication, and by the way, I want to point out that while everybody was, sitting around over here, we already have 30 Zoomers here this evening. That's very nice for these hard Gemaras. And I'm not counting, but I think that Mark is here for 3 days in a row at least. Mark, it's very good. Mark, does that mean that the business is a little bit at a more even keel?
I unfortunately missed last night, Rabbi.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Somebody was wearing a mask.
I have to come clean.
Oh, okay. Well, I keep on hoping that the business should be easier and easier.
Thank you, Rabbi. Thank you.
That's very surprising. I usually don't forget things like that. But anyway, I do know that Marshall was not here last night, and he's not here tonight too. What's going on?
I was here last night, Rabbi.
What's going on? What's going on? That hockey team is deep in playoffs now? You don't know. But anyway.
Marshall's hockey team was eliminated a long time ago.
Oh, it was? Yeah. So that's just a dumb excuse. But somebody that lives within a half a block of me, and that's not here, shouldn't be throwing stones. I don't know, Gedalia used to never miss a Chumash night. I don't know what's happening here.
Rabbi, I have other redeeming qualities.
Nothing is deicha coming to share. He's getting too familiar with me. That's what it is. Anyway, so the Gemara says over here, "Minolon de baheres ozahi." How do we know that baheres is the strongest white? Now, the truth of the matter is that the name implies. Bahir means clear. But the Gemara now says a different reason. Because it says, Amar Abaya, Amar Krav, V'im baheres levana. If it's baheres, which is white, he levana. It is the purest white, V'eina cheres levana. The other shades are not the purest white. V'cheinu Aimer, says the Gemara, Tan Rabbanan, baheres amuka. The white of baheres looks like it's deeper than the skin. And the Chenu Aimer Umara Amak Mina Ar, its appearance is deep from the skin, Kemara Chama Amuka Minatzel, like the appearance of the sun that's deeper than the shade. The lighter color seems to be deeper and under the shade. Seis means that it's lifted up. Ein seis ele gevaya. It's elevated from the skin. V'cheinu aimer al kol harim haramim, all the mountains that are high. V'al kol hagvayis hanesuais, and also all the hills that are raised. Sapachas means ancillary, attached. Ein sapachas ele tfeila, secondary. It's its second. V'cheinu aimer sapcheni, no, attach me. So the Gemara says, okay, we know that Se'es has a tolda. Ashkechan tfeila l'seis, because it says l'seis and for its sapachas. Tfeila l'baheres minalan. How do we know that baheres also has a second, which is line? Rabbi Zera nemra levana b'seis, because we make a gzeira shava. It says levana white by seis, v'nemar levana b'baheres. So ma levana amura b'seis yesh la tfeila. It has a tolda, a derivative. Af levana ameres b'baheres yesh la tfeila. In the Brisa it says differently. B'masnisa tana hitul akasav l'sapachas bein seis l'baheres. It puts the word sapachas in between seis and baheres in order to teach us. It puts the word sapachas sandwiched in between baheres and seis. Loi malach kishem shetfeila l'seis, just like there's a second to the seis, and that's the white of an egg. Kach tfeila l'baheres is a second to the baheres, which is the white of lime. We can welcome in everybody now as Eddie Chazan is here, and he's stationary. He stays one step ahead, but tonight he's undercover in a bunker underneath South Carolina. Irving Fishbaum, Saba, Dr. Guy, I'm glad you worked it out, Dr. Guy. Shelley Zeitlin, Ruvain Pollack, Dr. Block, Dov Solkowitz, Shelley Zeitlin, no, that's Shalom Fogel. Shalom Fogel, Barry Cement, Yaakov Warman, Shimon Klein, Gedalia Engel, and Michal, Yitzi Fuchs, and we have, I think that's Mo Kushner, and Mark Frankel, Nachman Chapler, Jack Silverman, Rabbi Kranz, Chaim Lerner, Menachem Imansky, Barish Gesseman, Naftali Jablin, Moshe Lehman, Yeshua Shmuel Eisenberg, Ilya Shutman, Yitzi Muller, Danny Vogel, and David Helfgott here in Shul. we got Avram Rezepkowitz, Chaim Kramer, Michal Chavin, and Ruvain Shanit, who have redeeming features, even though they're here. Redeeming features. I'll give you a redeeming feature in the nose. It's redeeming features. Nobody ever tried to pull that on Rav Miller, redeeming features.
Here, that's a redeeming feature.
Gedalia, we love you anyway. Says the Gemara, a Rebbe should be happy that his Talmud is here on Zoom, At least he's here. That's what Ruvain said. But, the Rebbe could be greedy, Se'es ketzemer lovin. Se'es is like the white of wool. Now, it doesn't say se'es is wool. It's like the white of wool. What does that mean? My tzemer lovin. What does it mean, white wool? All wool is white. Amar Rav Bevoy, Amar Rav Asi, tzemer noki ben yoimai. It's the wool of a one-day-old shepsel. In other words, it never got a speck of dirt, shemechavnim by, that they keep it covered so it shouldn't get dirty, lemeilas, to make a fine woolen garment. Rabbi Chanina, Mashal de Rabbanan Lamaha David. Now, according to Rabbanan, it's two groups. There's the Baheres, snow, and it's Tolda, wool, and then there's the other level, and that's the Av. What did I just say? I'm sorry, I don't want to get you mixed up. Baheres, the snow, and it's Tolda, line. And then you have Se'es, the Av of wool, and it's told the white of an egg. So it's two categories. So, Mashal Rabban Lamar Davidayma, Litrei Malche, Ulitrei Ifreche. You have two kings and two governors. Malchus Shelzeh, Lamala Malchus Shelzeh, the king of one is higher than the king of the other. V'ifruchu Shelzeh, and the governor of one is Lamala Ifruchu Shelzeh, is higher than the governor of the other. Says, well, you didn't just explain Rabbi Kiva, you just explained the Rabbanan. Excuse me, you didn't explain the Rabbanan, you just explained Rabbi Kiva, because you put first the two kings and then the two governors. That's Rabbi Kiva, who goes in order of the brightness, snow, wool, the two kings, and then the lime and the white of an egg. It's the two governors. So, that's the opinion of Rabbi Kiva. Rather, the king is bigger than his governor, and that's snow and lime. And the other king, which is wool, is greater than its governor, which is the white of an egg. Ravada Barava Amar, Kagoin, Malka, the king, Valakpita, the viceroy, Rupila, the governor, Reish Galusa, and the regional director, the head of the exilarch. Says the Gemara, again, that would be Rabbi Kiva, going in order of brightness, right? First is the king, the snow, then the viceroy, which is wool, then the governor, which is lime, and then the regional director, which is the white of an egg. That's not the Rabbanan. The king and the governor, Valakpita and the viceroy, V'reish Galusa, and the regional director. So that's the Rabbanan, that there's two groups. The king would be the snow, and the governor would be lime. The viceroy would be the wool, and the regional director would be the white of an egg. Rava Amar Kigain Shavar Malka V'Kesar. It's like Shavar Malka, the king of Persia, and Kesar, the Tsar of Rome, and there are two viceroys. Amalei Papa Rava, Hey Minayu Adif. Which one is more, Shavar Malka or the Tsar? Amalei V'Choshaya Kachalei. Are you eating in the forest? In other words, are you out of touch? Paik Chazi Tiva. Go and look at the way it is. The man Sagi Ba'alma, who is the more powerful in the world. The Chsiv, it says about Rome, V'Toichel Kol Ara, Rome consumes the whole world with Tudishnei and trods upon it, V'Tidkana, and crushes it. So the Tsar is bigger than Shavar Malka. So the Tsar would be compared to the Bahares, to the white as snow. This is the wicked Rome. Rome is always called in Shas Malchus Harisha, the wicked government. Its fame spreads throughout the entire world. Ravina Amar, according to the Rabbanan, it's two groupings. Glima de Amar V'Shachke, like the white of a woolen garment, and second to it would be a worn-out old woolen garment. Sadina Kisna, and a cloak of linen, V'Shachke, and a more worn-out cloak of linen. That would be the two categories, according to Rabbanan, of the Bahares and its tolda, snow and its tolda lime, and Se'es, which is wool, and its tolda, which is like the white of an egg. Okay, another daf in the books over here, as we're not bad. Tomorrow we're going to be already learning daf Zayin, as we really are moving on. Remember, there's only 49 dafim in this difficult Masechta. And now we're going to have a Chumash shir.